Today I'm going to be showing you a simple, fun recipe for vegan cornbread that's as good or better than recipes I found that contain dairy and eggs. For dry ingredients, you'll need yellow cornmeal, all-purpose flour, baking powder, and salt. For wet ingredients, you'll need some vegan butter, either oat or soy milk, vinegar, either apple cider or white, maple syrup, and flax meal, which we'll use to make a binder, sometimes called flax egg. You'll want a microwave-safe bowl, a mixing bowl, and a spatula. I'm giving measurements to make this in an 8-inch oven-safe skillet. If using an 8-inch by 8-inch square pan, you do not need to preheat your oven, and you're going to use 25% more of every ingredient listed. If using a 10-inch oven-safe skillet, use 50% more of every ingredient. First, preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit and set your skillet in if using a skillet. Now we're going to make some binder called a flax egg, which is a mix of 1 part flax to 2.5 parts water. I'm using 1.5 tablespoons of flax and about 4 tablespoons of water. I mix this and let it sit, which will let it thicken over time. Now I'm making vegan buttermilk by adding 1/2 tablespoon of vinegar to 3/4 cup of soy milk and stirring. Dairy buttermilk is fermented with acidic bacteria, and this helps replicate the texture and taste of that process. Now I'm melting 5 tablespoons of butter in the microwave, and I'm pouring 1/2 cup of maple syrup. With that done, our wet ingredients are prepped and waiting to be mixed, so we'll switch to the dry. First, I combine 1 cup of yellow cornmeal, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of salt in a big mixing bowl, and stir that around. Now that my wet ingredients have set a bit, it's time to combine. I pour the maple syrup into the soy milk and vinegar combo, and then pour in the flax egg, which is thickened up a lot. And lastly, the melted vegan butter. I give that a stir and then pour it over the dry ingredients before mixing with a spatula. You just need to mix until the flour is hydrated and no dry bits remain. Now carefully pull your preheated skillet out of the oven and drop in some butter, swirling it around so it's fully coated and the cornbread won't stick. If you're using a pan instead of a skillet, it won't be preheated, so either spray nonstick cooking oil or rub vegan butter onto the pan to prevent sticking that way. With that done, pour your cornmeal batter into the greased skillet or pan. And then slide it into your 400-degree preheated oven. This will bake for 20 to 25 minutes total, but we're going to rotate it at 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, rotate 180 degrees to ensure even cooking. After 5 more minutes or 20 minutes total, check your cornbread. It should look golden brown on top, or more. You can go until a bit darker brown if you want. And if you poke it with a knife or toothpick, that should pull out clean without any wet batter or sticky areas coming up, as I show here. Done, I set my cornbread on the counter to cool for about 5 minutes before I cut into it. Cornbread is such a lovely food. It pairs well with a lot of traditional American food, and it's ridiculously inexpensive to make. I like my cornbread to have a bit of sweetness, but not to border on the realm of true dessert flavors. You can top this with more vegan butter when serving, and if you want something sweet, you can add some jam or even pour a bit of maple syrup over the top. This is such a versatile dish, and I'm sure you and the people you serve this to will be happy. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Also drop a comment below describing your experience with this recipe or what you want to see next.